Hello all, welcome back. My name's William and today we're taking a look at the top 10 castles in the world. Alright, here we go. Alright, coming at number 10, we've got the Disney Castle. It's actually Cinderella Castle, epic castle. You always see it and you know you're about to see an epic movie. Alright, coming at number 9, we've got Lord Farquaad's castle in Shrek. Actually named Dewlock Castle, super tall, disproportionately tall compared to the rest of Dewlock. I think this is a commentary on Lord Farquaad and his insecurities, which is genius. They have the tournament there to see who goes and finds Princess Fiona. But yeah, pretty sick castle. All right, coming in number 8, we've got the Cohen House in the OC. Have a look at it. Looks sick. Great parenting happened in this house. And pool house Ryan's out the back. The house next door to it in real life, which was actually used to film the backdrop for the actual house, was actually next door, and it burnt down in 2018, which is tragic. All right, number 7, castle in Age of Empires can be an offensive or a defensive building. Would just fling a herd of arrows at any enemies that came next to it. Could build your unique units there. Epic, really good. All right, coming at number 6, we've got Menace Mogul from Lord of the Rings. It was originally called Minas Ithil. It was a fortress of Gondor. It was the easternmost fortification of the Gondor Empire and protected the eastern borders. And the capital as Gilead from Mordor, as you can see from the map there. This was during the start of the Third Age. During the Third Age, Mordor took it and Gondor was weakened, and then it was renamed to Menace Mogul after Sauron took it, and that was their base from then on to send troops into Gondor. You can see them all three of them lined up there in that map, in that picture. We've got Minas Morgul, and then we've got Gileath, and then we've got Minas Tirith in the back there. All right, coming at number 5, we've got Crystal Castles, electronic music group from Canada that formed in 2006. They're fucking sick. They have an album called Crystal Castles 2 from 2012, which I think is one of the best dance electronic albums of all time. Just a singular expression, you can put it on, and it's just an absolute party album. It's really cool. 14 songs. My favourite one in there is Celestica and Not in Love. There's also a version of Not in Love, which is sung by Robert Smith. Highly recommend you listen to that. It's a really good version of it too. Alice Glass, the vocalist, and sort of was the band. She left and it was never the same afterwards. But yeah, really cool castle. All right, coming in number 4, we've got Helms Deep, fortified castle gorge in the White Mountains, named for Helm Hammerhand, the 9th king of Rohan. Behind the walls of the glittering caves, which were really cool as well. Helm's Deep was actually created by Gondor, then was later given to Rohan in the Third Age or Second Age, when Gondor gifted Calanedron, which was the Great Plains of Rohan. They became owners of Helm's Deep, which lie in that area. The Battle of the Hornburg, which we see in the Two Towers movie, is probably the most famous battle that occurred in there. One of the best battle scenes of all time in a movie. All right, coming in number 3, we've got Mont Saint-Michel, tidal island in Normandy, France. Has a population of 50 currently, but during the 100 Years' War, it remained unconquered because the tide would come in and out, and when the tide was out, it was accessible, but when the tide came in, you couldn't get to it, so it just remained unconquered during the war. It was later turned into a prison. Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings is actually based off that. 3 million people visit it each year. Looks epic when the tide's in. Have a look at it. All right, coming in at number 2, we've got Neuschwanstein Castle. Not sure if that's pronounced correctly. It's in Bavaria, in Germany. It was commissioned by King Ludwig II of Bavaria. He paid for it with his personal fortunes and borrowings. His grandfather died towards the start of construction, which helped pay for it as well. Construction started in 1869. It was meant to be King Ludwig II's crib for a bit, but he only slept 11 nights in it because he died in 1886 after its sort of completion, and then it was made open for public viewings, which was never in the king's plans. Became a steady revenue source, and helped cover the construction debts in 1899. It was full 40 years later. 1.3 million people visited each year. You can see why. It looks really cool. It's like something out of a movie. All right, number one, best castle in the world. I'm talking about the movie The Castle, man. So much romance about this movie if you're an Australian. Simple Australian working class family. So much beauty in these simple things. They're proud of where they are, proud of what they own, proud of who they are. Maybe there's a lesson there for all of us, and they're all happy as hell. Get emotional watching it sometimes. It finds all that beauty in just the mundane and the normal, you know. It's about Australian working class families and so many good lines come from it. Tell him he's dreaming, going straight to the pool room. The man's home's his castle. Epic movie, filmed in 11 days. Had a budgeted 750K. It was a budget and it grossed over 10 mil. So it was, really, 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 really successful. And, you know, one of the most famous Australian movies of all time. All right, that's it for Top 10 Castles. Let me know what you thought. Did I miss anything? Should anything have not been in there? Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.